America is Ebola-free this morning. Dr. Craig Spencer will be released from a New York City hospital today. He is the last person in the United States receiving treatment for the disease. He contracted the virus while treating patients in West Africa. Jericka Duncan is at Bellevue Hospital in New York City, where the doctor became the patient. Jericka, good morning.
Good morning, Gail. Definitely a great day for Dr. Craig Spencer. New York health officials say that he has been cured of Ebola after spending 19 days here at Bellevue Hospital. Now, it was an experimental drug and blood plasma donated by Ebola survivor Nancy Wright-Bowl that kept Dr. Spencer alive. Dr. Spencer's recovery marks the last case of Ebola in the U.S., the first case diagnosed in New York. Concern about the deadly disease spreading grew after it was learned Spencer rode the subway, ate at a restaurant in Manhattan, and went bowling with friends in Brooklyn just one day before he showed symptoms.
How in the world this man could be over in West Africa treating these sickly people and get through to come back here? No screening, anything.
Both the restaurant and bowling alley closed for a short time to be professionally cleaned. New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio even stopped for a very public lunch to calm people's fears.
Ebola is a disease that can only be contracted with direct contact with the bodily fluids of someone who is infected.
Infectious disease expert Dr. William Schaffner says fears of Ebola spreading were unfounded because Dr. Spencer followed all the rules set by the Centers for Disease Control.
He wasn't sick when he was out in New York. As we fully expected, the citizens of New York were really at no risk.
Nurse Casey Hickox was freed from Ebola monitoring late last night. She fought quarantines in New Jersey and Maine after she returned from West Africa. Both Spencer and Hickox were working for Doctors Without Borders, which continues to send American medical personnel to West Africa to eradicate Ebola. More than 2,000 American troops are overseas helping to build Ebola treatment centers. The first U.S. constructed facility opened in Liberia this week.
People who come back from West Africa having worked with Ebola patients, if they're not sick, we should not turn them into pariahs.
City and health officials will hold a news conference at the hospital later this morning. Dr. Spencer is expected to give a statement, but we're told he will not be answering any questions or grant any interviews. Charlie?
Jericka, thanks.